Good morning and welcome to the 24 days of ridiculous things to do with your dog when it's too cold to go outside. Today we are doing back up. Asher will help us demo this. I started back up with Asher when he was a show dog, so all I really wanted him to do was just take 1 or 2 steps back and then 1 or 2 steps forward at a time. I didn't really want him to back up a long distance. And he got really fixated as that was what that behavior was supposed to be, which makes complete sense. It is what I wanted from him for a really, really long time. And to train that, all I did was take a little bit of kibble, tip it under his chin and move backwards. Okay? So forward, tip it under the chin, move backwards. And that made complete sense to him, and that was great. So it got to the point where I could just say back up and move into him, and he would hop backwards, and I could say step, and he'd move forwards, back up, and he'd move backwards. You see his little flailing feet, you'll understand that later. What we end up with though is a dog who only ever does that. And so when later in life I wanted him to be able to back up further, I got frustrated because he was really, really sure, and no matter which method I tried, whether I tried to put him in a little chute of pylons or between pieces of furniture, he would go straight, but he'd only ever do that 2 feet and get really confused and frustrated. So my friend Danielle at Western Canadian Canine, who is awesome and is going to be adding to this demo at the end, gave me a suggestion, which was why not get him to target an item. So I like to do it this way now, not just because it works, but also because it's hilarious. And so how we started this, and I would have started this on a lower item, something about half the height of this little box, so maybe a little more like a puzzle, something very low. I mean, don't use a puzzle if it's a big dog, you're going to crush it. But something, if it's a big dog, this is a fine height, so it all works out. So what we're going to do is exactly the same thing. I'm going to tip my food under the dog, and then I'm going to push backwards, and I would guide him with it in my hand. Yes, and then mark the moment he got so frustrated, yes, bumping up against that he'd step on top of it. Come on, my boy, good work. And what I was able to do then is once he understood that the marking came, the moment of perfection came when his back feet hit the box, I was able to get more and more distance out of it. So I could say, back up. Good boy. A little bit further here. Back up. Nice work, my friend. And he will go further, but I don't have a ladder here. So now we're going to go to a demo from Danielle, who is going to show you what you can do with this, because even funner things happen, and you can use this particular behavior to create some fun stuff. Over to you, Danielle.
Yay, we're here. Good evening and welcome to the 24 ridiculous things to do with your dog while it's cold outside. As you saw with Carolyn, we started with back up, but now we're going to move on to a ridiculous trick and teach our dog to pee on something. So this one's kind of fun, and it does start with the back up like Carolyn was doing with Asher, but now we're going to really want our timing to be good and click when that 1 foot goes up when they're backing up. So I'll just show you here with Kala. And I'm gonna get a cookie here, and I want her to start backing up, but I want to click before she gets both her feet on the object, and just click when that 1 foot goes up. See if you can see that here. Back up, pee on it. Whoops. Good. You see that? So turn her this way, and I just want to click when that 1 foot goes up. And you just want to start with an elevated object like that, like Carolyn was doing with Asher. And then we can move that onto this ridiculous trick, and I'm going to get Kala to pee on the Christmas tree. So I'm just going to get her to back up, and my cue is pee on it. Back. Pee on it. Good. See if I can get her to pee right on the tree. Back up. Pee on it. Good girl. Back up. Pee on it. Good. And luckily she's a girl, so nothing comes out. Now see. Have fun.